feel like you're driving with no end destination, like no matter what you do, it's not getting you anywhere. Maybe you feel like you're taking uninspired action. It's not good to have uninspired work because that yields you, uninspired results. The problem may be that you don't have an end goal. Have you asked yourself what you're doing this for? Where does it lead you? Well, you have to have an end goal. Your end destination, where you look to be when you don't have your daily process anymore. That'll help you, bring clarity and give you perspective on your day-to-day basis and keep you motivated throughout your process. So, what's the purpose of an end goal? Well, as you guys know, I speak from, personal experience. And with me, everything that I do on a day-to-day basis, when I first started wholesaling real estate, I knew that I loved wholesaling real estate. However, I knew that wasn't the only thing that I, wanted to do. As I've, gotten older, I realized that really entrepreneurship is my, calling, and, in many different avenues, creating many different things and things of that nature, and also, helping you guys and talking with you guys and inspiring others to the best version of themselves. So I say this to say, what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis, when I was at my job at a 9-to-5 at JD Byrider, was knowing what I wanted to become. And at the time it was, to be able to have a wholesale real estate career, and it progressed to, what I'm doing now and what I'll continue to do, which is grow as an entrepreneur. So this keeps me dedicated on my day-to-day process with, no different than these videos that drops Monday through Friday. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. And sometimes I have a special video for you guys on the weekend as well. But me, enjoying this process and loving this process lies in me having an end goal. And my end goal is something that, that I know, and it's something that, you guys just really should have that's personal to you. And that will drive you throughout your daily process whenever you feel like, you're driving with no destination. And when you're driving, guys, it's really sometimes when you get on the road and you just start going and going, think about how it feels when you just don't know where you're going, right? And it's the same thing when you're working. No matter if you're an entrepreneur or if you're somebody that goes and clocks in, at a job every day. If you don't know why you're doing it, then it'll feel like that drive. You feel like you might fall asleep, and you know how dangerous it is falling asleep at the wheel. It's worse than driving drunk. So you can't fall asleep at life as well, is where I'm getting at. That's the analogy there. So I want you guys to know, this life that we live, it has to have meaning, and it does have meaning, but ultimately it gives you the meaning that, you give it, but we're definitely born with a purpose. And if you believe in that, and if you believe in anything that you really want to accomplish, then you definitely will accomplish it. And it's that belief that'll help you accomplish it, that'll attract certain opportunities and people into your life. With your end destination, you got to be honest about what it is too. Don't feel any, type of way. Don't feel judgment towards yourself. Whatever it may be, just be honest with yourself and, keep it personal to yourself, or share it with the world, whatever you want to do. But on the flip side of things, though, let's touch on this real quick. Maybe you're somebody that loves your life, right? You love everything you have going on, and you love your day-to-day process as well. And it's not just comfortable to you, right? It's you actually love it, and you loving it is a great thing. However, you just feel like you don't know where it leads, right? You love what you're doing, but you don't know where it leads you. And if that's how you're feeling, then I understand that perspective as well. However, with that perspective, the things that you are doing, just take a look around and figure out why you love it, right? Because you love it for a reason. And that reason could definitely help you figure out something that you want to do beyond everything else that you've already done and that you are doing. You feel me? All right, so that's what it is, guys. What's your end goal? I don't have a step-by-step process for you in this one. I have some honesty, you know, with myself, and I told you with, you know, my end goal, and that's what keeps me going on a day-to-day process, on a, you know, a day-to-day, month-to-month, year-over-year. And, you know, your end goal is what keeps you going even when things start working out, right? Just to stay right there for a second. When your end goal, when everything is working out for you, when, you know, you finally reach your destination that you know, wanted to reach at a certain period of time, but your end goal keeps you going because your end goal is like, you know, winning the game, winning the season, and your, you know, milestones are those, you know, those nice, you know, we're in wholesale and real estate, right? You probably came from there. So your milestones are that, you know, $15,000 deal, $20,000 deal, $30,000 deal. Those are great, but at the same time, you know, that's not where it ends, right? So your end goal, you know, it keeps you non-complacent. You're not going to be complacent with earning whatever you are earning, even though it's a nice amount, even though, you know, you can just stop there. You're not going to be complacent because it's not just, that's not all you're doing it for. And that's my biggest advice for you guys, because even when it starts looking good for you, even when you're like, hey, everything is working out, I knew it would work, that's when it's time to double down and to continue to go. And as somebody who's, you know, achieved certain milestones in my life and has gotten complacent, so to speak, from the standpoint of complacency and lacking my process or lacking discipline with my process and feeling like, all right, I'll be all right, but then time just catches up with you and you're like, oh snap. So now, you know, just me coming at it from a different perspective and already seeing those kind of things throughout my career, I really want to share with you guys, and I really, you know, faithfully, you guys got the point here. Have your end goal in mind when you're working throughout your day-to-day process, because that's going to keep your day-to-day. It ain't even going to feel like a process. It's going to feel like, you know, this is what it takes to get to where I want to go. It's just like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just, it is what it is. It's a part of you. Your heart's in it. And when your heart's in it, it's not even a second. It's not even a thought. You feel me? All right, guys. As always, you know, get the step and keep your heart in every step. But your end goal, keep that in mind throughout your day-to-day process. I can't stress it enough, because your day-to-day process is where people get lost. Like, that's where people get lost from the standpoint of, you know, feeling like you not getting anywhere because you're not seeing any results throughout this day-to-day process, even though you've been putting in a lot of time throughout your day-to-day process. You know, it's easy to get lost right there. And if that's how you feeling, keep your end goal in mind. Then you'll just be, you know, working, and then, you know, you'll look up, and then what you wanted to accomplish, you've already accomplished 10 times over, but it still may not satisfy that end goal. So you're still going, you're still working, and you take many retirements throughout life, and you just live a prosperous life. All right, guys.